Good morning, everybody. In case you've missed it, September is kind of an unofficial month of AI, and I've decided to lean in and share some research that I've been working on with everybody, which is all around the top 100 questions that mortgage executives have about AI. So we're going to have a little fun with this, do it a little David Letterman style. And so every day we're going to tackle one of these questions. We're going to start at 100, and then we're going to build all the way up into the number one question that mortgage executives have about AI. All right, so today's question is actually number 98, which is what's the right approach to model cards, fact sheets, and data sheets for mortgage AI? All right, in case you're thinking, what the heck is a model card? I want to take a moment and just kind of level set with everybody on what this is. So, as we think about deploying new AI solutions, really everybody wants to know one thing, and that is how safe, how fair, and how reliable is this platform? Okay, that's three things, not one things, but that's okay. So, when you think about model cards, this is kind of the scorecard. It's kind of like the nutrition label for the AI platform. And so it explains kind of the data that the model's been trained on, what the model can and can't do, and then what risks need to be monitored along the way as well. Okay, so while this is mostly used for developers today and mostly very specific to machine learning platforms, it can be, I think, a good way for us to build this bridge between the development community or the data scientists and the end users. And I think it can be a fantastic use case for our industry to be able to lean in and be able to have a standard way of going through due diligence for these new AI platforms, but also a standard way for us to be able to communicate with regulators and our teams on how we're making the decisions on the AI platforms that we're using and why we feel like those kind of help us to comply with everything that we're required to comply with from a regulatory perspective. So one thing to note here too, model cards are not universally required. And so it is possible that your AI vendor or partner may not have one. It is kind of rapidly progressing as a best practice for folks. So if they don't have one, just dig into the questions that would naturally be in that model card. So a few things that you should be asking, which would be, what data was your model trained on? How do you test your model? What are the known limitations of your platform? And then lastly, how well does your model perform? Like what's a great way for me to understand how accurate the model is on a regular basis? All right. Hopefully this was valuable for everybody. If so, share it with your network and join us right back here tomorrow as we tackle number 97.